Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Falcons will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Barfield. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out in the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Ready to fire from the pistol. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Here's the handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Got his man.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. got his man downfield. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
11th play of this opening drive coming up at this one, a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Hawaii. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive.
Turning it on! Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out, because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Falcon.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my goal.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Barfield. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly complete. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's panned off.
Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
To the air on second down. Quickly complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion of that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
The Rainbow Warriors will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll go with the 5 wide outset on 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Going for the big play. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Here's a heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. On the ground, it's Sims. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Barfield. Breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Rainbow Warriors with the 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The quick out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
The Rainbow Warriors will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. Quarterback will keep it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. It is good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. That last chunk plays one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. The pull and throw off the RPO. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. The Falcons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback keeps it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
The give from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harris. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They get another rush, and it pays off. The
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We're just about ready to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And the Falcons come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Going to swing it on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The Falcons come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Harris. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Falcons in a good spot here with second and short. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Allen. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Now about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver. But if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And they can't make the connection.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
He's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs.
White 80, Brooklyn. White 53. White 53.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Roberson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
They'll go to the air on second and short. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
When you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half than he did first.
Touchdown, Falcons! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Looking downfield on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And they're feeling themselves a little bit, right? Just make a big play, and I like it. Try to keep the momentum going. Try to capitalize. Make another big play. Taking the big shot down the field. This offense is going to be aggressive. You can tell.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
Punt is in the air. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Starts the drive trying to go up top. That's caught. It's Carson. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Throws to the tight end. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Hunt is on its way. Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Hawaii. They move on top here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab near the sticks. It's Sims. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And drops hurt as it is. But when you drop it and you know you just missed out on a touchdown, those really sting. And those concentration drops, man, it makes the quarterback hesitate whether he wants to throw the football again. That is a big missed opportunity.
It's complete on the right side. Got enough space. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. At the 35, he's loose. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, that's just on the defense. offense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
Hit as he throws. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Falcons can really attack on this 2nd and short. Big fullback's got it. Past the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. On the move. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
All right, let's get it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Catch in the middle. It's Allen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. Use the big fella.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Delivers the stiff arm. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's White. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Rainbow Warriors can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Sims. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. Grab near the marker is Harris. Lowers those pads. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
That's how you end a football game. Nice job. You put the ball in your best player's hand. Let him go make a play. I know he runs out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. This ball game is over.
The Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right, and I wonder because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.